you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. Out here in the Wild West, out here in Arizona. Stopped last night in Kingman. I got out of California. I had 4 drops to do yesterday and 1 pick, and get my butt out. I can't complain. Got out there to the Petro. I call it Kingman. It's really not. It's past Kingman. Most of us call it Kingman. Exit 66. Having issues with this dadgum computerized log. I did my part, made some phone calls, and we'll see what happens. I got trucking to do, you know. Catch up with me. Just that simple. Got listening to some truck drivers in there this morning. Most times I don't engage in their conversations. I just kind of kick back and listen. This time I did engage a little bit. And one young driver there. Man, I'm terrible on names. Sorry. That's some timers. Or the don't timers. But I was telling him a little bit after some of our conversations about the government, the election, and politics and whatnot. As we was checking out, I started telling him a little bit about this YouTube channel, which he told me he's got a few videos of his own. I asked him to tag us in it in one of the comments. So here's your opportunity. Tag us in it. He got to ask me about winter tips for driving when I was telling him about, I did some of these videos for drivers, new drivers. And I told him I'd made a few. And I thought I'd make this one, see what else I might think of. Because I told him, I said, you know, I'm not a teacher. As I think of stuff, I'd make a video and I'd give you all a few tips and call it quits and think of something else, make another video and blah, blah, blah. A lot of the stuff that I told Chance about Canada up there, making sure you carry enough of your anti-gel. Some of the bigger companies furnish it, some of them don't want you to get it. Whatever the circumstances, you're going to have to figure out how to deal with it. But right now I've got 2 back there that I can treat like 400 gallons of fuel, you know. And on top of that, I'm telling my dispatcher, man, I'm tired of going north. You keep me south this winter. Whether he does or not, I don't know. He said, I'll give it a whirl, you know. He says, I tried not to send anybody up there. I have one of the few dispatchers that actually monitors the weather, and he tries not to send us into the shit. Most of them don't care, they're just looking at loads. I'm sorry, I was seeing a boat hauler back there, and actually I think I know that guy. Lost track. Saying, man, I liked my boat hauling. I really did. That was volunteer marine transport. That's who I used to haul for. I don't recommend y'all going there, but I did for a while. They've changed. Now you don't just drive their truck. You have to lease it, rent it, whatever. They've got several options, and all of them are for the betterment of the company. Another one of them little mom and pops has started out with a good idea, and they got greedy, and they got lazy. They want to quit working for their money. Don't go there. If you do, you're on your own. But the boat hauling, I did like. I did that for a couple companies. The only downside of it was you need to be able to go to Canada for the companies I was with, which I can. But I got damn tired of Canada. Canada's fine, but that cold weather in the wintertime sucks. That's part of why I just stay south this year. I've been up there in the north and in Canada for about the last 5 years. I'm ready for a relatively warm winter. Down here on 40 and below, to me that's warm. But, okay, now I done gave you some of the tips on another one. I'm going to try not to keep repeating all that nonsense. You need to go back and rewatch them and make yourself a list of some of the stuff to have with you. If at all possible, it doesn't hurt if you're not a flatbed to have you a chain. Sometimes just a little bitty nudge will get you rolling. I have personally been stuck on flat ground, you know, and tried all the tricks of the trade and just can't move, and have another truck bump my bumper, and that's just enough to get you moving. So sometimes having a chain. Now, that keep in mind when you're doing the chain, you need to be thinking about how you're going to attach it. Don't just try to wrap it around the bumper because they're all plastic. Don't try to reach underneath there and get the steering. That ain't right. They've got all these dadgummit, the hookups for the dragon wagons and stuff. Make sure you got one. It's that simple. You know? Have a way to hook that chain. Don't just grab a chain and say, well, I got a chain. You know, if they're going to pull you out backwards, that's fine. You put on DOT bumper, although you need to be careful there. And you also need to be careful of who you're asking to pull you out. Remember, some of these guys ain't got a clue out here. And some of them are even dumber than a rock. Some of them are Mr. Macho, and they go hook onto you, and they think they got to pull you hard. I had one do that to me once in Knoxville, in the boat trailer business. And it was one of the guys in one of the cab overs. That company had cab overs. And boy, he yanked me. I got stuck going into the high center the trailer, which is a big occurrence. It happens a lot, is what I'm trying to say, with them low profile trailers we used. Shit, if I'd had teeth, I would have left them behind because he yanked them right out of my mouth. And there wasn't no need for that. So, you know, use a little bit of judgment there on if you have to have somebody pull you. You might want to have permission from your company so that if something does go south, you don't have to pay for it. Remember, the smallest little thing that happens to these trucks is big bucks. And at all costs, you want to divert that to the owners, to the company, anyway away from you. I've had stuff happen and had to charge it back to the dragon wagon. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. That was our safety / log department. They got hold of Teletrac. That's who does our logs on this truck. They've actually got it through 2 or 3 different outfits and decide on which way they want to go. And I don't know. They've been trying them all out for a year that I've been here. But the issue is with Teletrac's problem with their what do you call it? Their programming, you know. It ain't me and it ain't my thingy. See, I did that restart over the weekend. You remember Sunday, Monday, I did the restart, the 34-hour restart. Well, that all registered on mine, but it's not registered on the company's. And between the two of them, it's making mine go stupid, you know. Mine's showing that I did the restart, how many hours I've used, and blah, blah, blah. And his is showing me in violation, which he knows I took the 34-hour. The tracking on the truck and all that shows that I took the 34-hour. He added it up. He's like, you got like 40 hours you took off. Exactly. You know? Like, well, this is crazy. But they're resolving that. Back to winter stuff. will repeat the biggest thing about winter driving is do not drive your comfort zone. If you don't feel comfortable, stop. There are so many of these companies and dispatchers that want to push you and push you. And where they're sitting in their Florida office, the weather's fine here. It's all right, driver, gouge on it. It's a little bit of distance between Florida and I-80 or I-90. And yes, I'm using extremes on the Florida part, but you get the idea. They will try to get you to go as far as they can. Which one of my pet peeves has always been, dispatch wants to push you and safety wants to slow you down. You know, and safety will tell you, oh, well, if you're having problems, let me know. You know, if dispatch is pushing you, let us know. No, they still play games. Right here at this company, it's a pretty decent company. He was complaining about some of us drivers, which I did it myself, pushing that 11 hours, that 14 hours so hard that we wound up being in violation 2, 3, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, you know. And he was complaining to one of the drivers. They call it a safety meeting. It's a bitch session, so they bitch at you. And one of the drivers said, well, you need to talk to dispatch, because they broker, they get these loads on delivery so tight, we have to push it. And they're like, oh, no, that's a different department. You have to cover that with them. Well, no, wait a damn minute. Are you safety or not? Is this company about safety or not? And that's how it is in most companies. There's a few exceptions to the rules. Actually, my dispatcher, he's been pretty decent. It might as well be, because when I had enough, I've had enough. You know, and I'm old school enough, I stop. You don't like my way of driving, here's your truck. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm being honest. With my experience and all that, I'm not going to let somebody in office put my life in jeopardy. I'm not going to do it. I will stop this truck in a heartbeat. There's some of them that when you're having truck issues, the weather can be fine, but you're having truck issues, and they still want to push you. And they will all but tell you to break the law to limp that truck in somewhere to get it repaired or get the load delivered. Why? And what you drivers, you got to remember is this is putting all the liability on you, because they're not going to send that to you in writing or in a text. They're going to verbally tell you over the phone and then deny it. And then whenever something happens, they're going to throw you under the bus and they're going to deny telling you to limp it in. So now it's all on you, and DOT is saying, but driver, you was the loosen up behind the wheel. Why do you keep going? You know, back in my rookie days, before DOT was cracking down as hard as they are, we used to have some pretty shitty equipment out here. That was one of the few things that the DOT did improve. The CDL and the DOT, and we've made large improvements in the equipment we run out here. Whoever's to credit for it. Because we used to run some crap equipment. And our whole thing was, you know, we have to drive this or they tell us find another truck. And DOT like, all right, what's your point? Go find another truck. Well, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You can't afford to just change jobs every other day. And it was damn near that bad. I mean, there was some bad equipment out here. So they have improved the equipment tremendously. It's taken a while, but it's got there. So, and then that ain't winter driving. That's just driving, period. You know, use some common sense, self-preservation, because these companies will use you up and throw you away. They will get you tickets and, oh, bummer. later, you know, you're busted. Call it back when you get your license back. We might give you a job. Remember that story I told you about Punkin? Back when I first started? I already told you, don't be whipping the truck around. Slow and mellow. Remember the 511 number. And I would suggest if there's any kind of bad storm, weather, keep track of the weather channel. Most of the truck stops have the weather channel on, and you can ask them to change it to the weather channel, even if it's in the TV display section. You know, they'll put the weather channel on for you if there's weather around that you have to worry about. You get out in the Northwest, Montana, Wyoming, places like that, a lot of the fuel desks will keep track of the passes, the mountain passes that you have to go over and road closure. And if they don't have a road on a piece of paper, they'll know. So you can, before you go taking off, a buddy of mine, 30-year veteran, he just bit himself in the ass on this other day because he's like, man, I knew I should have checked. He got up, everything was beautiful. He took off 35 miles down the road, he's in a whiteout. And he wound up stopping, you know? But and he's like, I knew better. I should have checked. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Find your means of checking and use all of them. 511 for the states that you're in, and most of them are automated. They're pretty good. Listen to when it was updated, you know? And use 2 or 3 of them if you have to. You can also go onto their websites. Look in the back of your Rand McNally if you have such a thing, and it will give you the phone numbers, the 800 numbers, and it will also give you their website for road conditions. But you can always dial 511. The only bad thing about that is sometimes you're wanting it a little bit farther than what it's giving you, which means that you're only going to be getting, like right now, Arizona. Maybe I'm wanting for New Mexico. Well, then you need to break out your Rand McNally and get that phone number out of it. And, you know, if you don't have a Rand McNally, maybe you need to spend part of your downtime standing in a truck stop, looking up the numbers in the back and put them in your notebook. You know, but you need to have a few of them numbers that's got the mountain passes. So there you go on that. Slow and mellow wins the race. I don't know how many times me and a handful of others are just easing along out here, 35, 40, 45, whatever, easing along, and we got that hot dog that flies by us doing 80. And it's like, really? And a lot of times, not every time, a lot of times you get down the road and there he is in the ditch. It could be a she, it don't matter. But there that hot dog is in the ditch. Don't get in a hurry. If you're out here in it, if you're out here driving and it starts going bad on you, slow down, remain calm, mellow out, and ease along. Keep you plenty of stopping distance. Don't outrun that stopping distance. Don't be right up there on that truck in front of you where all his road wash is just giving you a mess. Because if you are, then chances are it's freezing up on your wipers. There's a big controversial argument about the best way to keep your windshield defrosted and your wipers defrosted. There's those that say you don't turn on the defrost. You just leave it on in the cab and it'll do its thing. There's others that say that you leave it on. And been my experience, it's going to depend upon what truck you're in and how that windshield is configured and how much cold surface you got. There is no written rule to that. You just have to play with whatever truck you have and figure it out for that truck. And when you get the next truck, it'll be a little bit different. I do carry, well, I don't have any with me right now, so I'd be lying if I said I carry all the time, but most winters I do carry a little bit of washer fluid, or, you know, a spray bottle for the unfreezable windshield washer stuff out there, it winds up freezing up somehow or another. So it never hurts to have a spray bottle of windshield or window cleaner. And I get the kind that has a stream on it. That way I can stand down here, turn the wipers on, stand down here and squirt the stream up there and let it wipe it off. That kind of deal. If you get towards your northern states, you will find they have a washer fluid up there that's good for like -40 or some nonsense. When I'm running that area, I buy 2 or 3 bottles of it. Wintertime, you go through a lot more washer fluid. I mean, a lot more. And you need to carry some with you. Remember, it is a ticket if you run out of washer fluid. They can ticket you. There's horror stories going through some of the companies I've been with where drivers have been ticketed for less than a half a tank. I find that hard to believe. If it's operating and putting the stuff out, there shouldn't be no ticket, but I ain't gonna go either way on that one. So it don't hurt to carry you something. If you don't want to buy the high dollar and your company won't buy you any, go to Walmart and buy you a couple of bottles just so that you have it in your truck. That way you have it, keep you from getting a ticket, and or if you need it, you use it. Just that simple. Now, a lot of this stuff's going to depend upon your company as well, or if you want to make the investments. But some of this stuff, if your company will not reimburse you, you can write it off on your taxes. So it will be your call. The windshield wipers that come out on these trucks nowadays aren't that good. And for around $20 or so a piece, you can buy a decent winter blade to go on your truck. Maybe you only put it on the driver's side, that's up to you. But I have came out of pocket with I think it was $24 for that truck I was driving, which I think that was a Volvo. Because that guy was having hissy fits. I needed the blade, and I wanted to go ahead and upgrade to that winter one, and he wanted that $2.99. You know, I'm like, no, here for 24 bucks, we can get a real winter blade. I went ahead and paid for it. And my wife wrote it off on her taxes. So, that's something else for you to think about. Oh, we might have an old scale house up here. Might be open. There's a couple of DOT sitting there. I passed one earlier. Nope, it's closed. Good. Up here at Ash Fork. No, that ain't Virginia. That's Arizona. Let's see. What else can I tell you? At this moment, that's about all I think of, folks. I'm sure I'll think of a little bit more, and I'll make a little bit more. Another video later on about a little bit more. Hey, remember, God loves you, so do I. Y'all have a blessed evening. Have a Merry Christmas. Be very careful out here in this stuff this winter. I would like for all of my subscribers to come back next spring and watch me on the spring call. Okay, it almost sounded like a good sitcom, didn't it? I'm trying. Hey, y'all enjoy your trip. God bless. Bye.